So, a lot of people might be thinking, why are you reviewing a Reebok shoe? Reebok don't make running shoes. Wrong. Reebok make awesome running shoes. Please guys, if you're new to the channel and you watch this and you're thinking, this guy just knows what he's talking about, he's got a plethora of running shoe information, he's just a walking shoeroo, then please like and subscribe and help me grow this channel. So in the background there you can just see some of my shoes that I've got. I think there's 26 shoes in this room, which I all still use. They're all still shoes that I still run in when I can run. Obviously I'm injured at the moment. Yeah, so just I'd let you see some of these in the background, move the camera angle a little bit. We've got the Nike ones on the top there, some Adidas shoes here, quite cool how I can point like this. The Adio Pro, Adi Zero Pro, another Vaporfly there, Saucony shoes, and hundreds more. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel, and today I'm pretty excited because I'm going to do a review on one of my favourite shoes, which is the Reebok Floatride Symmetros. I just want to cover the basics for it, and then again like last time I want to score it on an easy run, a long run, and a fast run or a tempo run, interval race, that sort of thing. I'm going to talk about some of the specs first, of course, because I do believe that you should know the specs of a shoe before you buy it, whether or not you like a certain heel to toe drop, or a certain feel of the foam, or a certain weight to be able to buy it. So this shoe has a 26mm heel and apparently 17 in the front. According to the website, it's a men's size 9. This is size 11.5, so it probably would be more, but I'm going to go by that for letting you guys know. So that gives it a 9mm heel to toe drop, which is pretty standard. Looking at the upper here, we've got a nice heel counter, a nice flared heel counter, a nice padded tongue. We've also got some quite thick laces, which aren't my favourite laces in the world, but they don't really cause any problems. And also we've got a very breathable upper here with lots of perforations in it, which is really good for breathability and your feet not getting all hot and sweaty and blisters. Moving on to the bottom, we've got some rubber here, rubber coverage here, and obviously a little bit cut out here to save weight. This bit here is a little bit firmer, just to give it a little bit of stability, but I run on my mid-foot to forefoot, so I never really feel this. I can't imagine this would cause a problem. It's just there just to add a little bit of torsion to the shoe, just give it a little bit of rigidity and make it a little bit more stable. So as you can see with the video of the scales, this shoe weighs 304 grams in a men's size 11.5, which puts it lighter than the Saucony Dolphin Shift, lighter than the Infinity 2, and it's about the same sort of, well, it's a little bit heavier than the Energy 2. And that's just because it's got a little bit more volume in the heel and a little bit more protection underfoot, so it's a bit more for those slightly longer runs. I am going to add one more thing into my scoring system this time, just value, because obviously that's what stops people buying a shoe, is the cost, or whether or not they think that the cost of the shoe is worth it. So I'm going to start off with the cost. The cost of this shoe, the Reebok Symmetros, on their website is £100, but you can quite often get this shoe for £55. I got this shoe for £50 when it was on in the sale. So for value, I'm going to give this shoe a 4.5 out of 5. I'm not going to give it a 5 out of 5 because there are some shoes from Reebok brand that have just got a little bit more value for money. Shoes that you can get for like £35. This shoe is 50 quid and it's brilliant. It's a really, really good shoe. So for value, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. Now let's talk about this shoe in terms of speed days. So the foam that you've got in this is the Floatride Energy foam, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is one of my favourite foams. Not necessarily just this shoe, just this foam, which is also in the Forever Energy 2 and the 3, which I haven't got yet. But it just feels awesome. This foam just feels so nice to run in. It's quite a dense foam. It's not like soft and mushy, but it's also very supportive. It just feels nice. It just feels enjoyable to run in. It's a foam that can feel good on your slowest paces, your fast paces, and anywhere in between. It just feels really nice. It feels similar to Boost, but it's lighter than Boost, and it just feels good. Just feels good to run in. How does this translate to speed day? So this isn't a racing shoe, but you do have a nice, not too snug, but a good fit on the upper here, as I said, with lots of breathability. So for speed day, I'm going to give this shoe a 3 out of 5. That's just because it doesn't have a carbon plate or Pebax foam, but it is a fairly light shoe, and the foam is fairly responsive. 3 out of 5 sounds harsh. You can run fast in this shoe, just I need to be quite thorough with the scoring in terms of what a shoe's actually designed for, and this isn't necessarily designed for speed. It's more of an easy or long run shoe, or just a bit of a tempo shoe maybe, but it's not really. Well, it's not a racing shoe. It's not sold as a racing shoe, so I'm going to be thorough with my scoring. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Okay, so this shoe is not necessarily designed for speed, but this shoe is brilliant for those long runs. So for a long run, I'm going to give this shoe a 5 out of 5, and that is just because the foam feels brilliant. It doesn't ever feel like it bottoms out. It just feels great all the time. The furthest I've run on this shoe at the moment, I think, is 15 miles, and that's only because I can't run. That's because I haven't been able to run for ages because of this stupid foot. But I would comfortably wear this shoe for 20 miles if I could go out and run tomorrow and run 20 miles. I'd probably chuck this shoe on. This and the Saucony Dolphin Shift are my favourite long run shoes. They just feel really comfortable. They're not the lightest shoes in the world. You can find lighter shoes, maybe the Endorphin Speed down there, but that's just a little bit quicker. It wants you to get on your feet a little bit more poppy, whereas this you can do that with, but it's happy for you to just go at whatever pace you want to go at. So yeah, 5 out of 5 on the long run, which brings me to the easy runs as well. I'm also going to score this shoe 5 out of 5 on an easy run. So you might be thinking, oh, this guy just gives out points willy-nilly. That's because this shoe is brilliant, okay? That's why I'm giving it points, because this shoe is awesome. It just everything about it works. The foam is brilliant. The upper is just comfortable, snug, secure, but not too snug. You've got plenty of room in the toe area, which I like. I don't like my feet to feel like all squashed up. The tongue's nice and padded. They're not too padded. The only downside for me is the laces, but they're not causing me any problems. They're just a little bit thicker than I would like. A little bit. They don't really, like, when you go to put it in, they sort of don't all come in at the same time because they're quite thick, but it doesn't affect the lockdown for me. It doesn't seem to affect anything. So yeah, I can't really moan about much of this shoe. And the price point, like we spoke about, £50 when I got this, even £100. If this shoe was, Saucony Dolphin Shift's £140. If this shoe was £140, I'd still buy it, and I'd still say it's good value for money. So for £100 or 50 quid, even better. So I'm going to put a total of the scores up here. This is what I score the shoe, and it is a brilliant shoe. I really would recommend you to try this shoe. I'm not getting paid to say that, as much as I'd love to get paid to talk about things that I love. This is all just done because I like talking about shoes, because I'm a shoe loser. As you can see here, from all the shoes, that's just one of the racks. I've got another one here, which is why I keep looking off in this direction. I've got more shoes downstairs and more shoes in my cupboard, so plenty of shoes here to talk about. This one today, as I said, is the Reebok Floatride Symmetros. Cheers guys, and I'll see you all in a bit.